Hi everyone. I'm just giving a disclaimer that this first episode of the Madizen show is very serious as it talks about my dating journey. Autism is very challenging, especially dating. So there are a lot of future episodes that are going to be upbeat, positive, and happy, while there are others that are going to be more serious, especially as life is not a Disney movie, and autism is not a Disney movie. And I just wanted to give you that disclaimer. So stay tuned and thank you for watching. Hello, this is Madizen from Love on the Spectrum, and welcome to my first ever YouTube video. Welcome to the Madizen Show. I am doing this to help spread autism awareness and create autism awareness and put y'all into the insights of life with autism and dating, and create more awareness about autism and dating, and to teach more people that finding love on the spectrum is possible. So I'm going to share about my experience with dating today. So I was never interested in dating before being on Love on the Spectrum. When I was in high school and all my friends were dating, and even my brother was dating, I never had an interest in it because I never understood the complex social skills involved with dating. I did have a crush on my friend Maddie's boyfriend Ben, but I didn't understand the social skills that came along with it. And when but I felt left out when all my friends were getting asked to prom and I never had a prom date. And when I went off to college, I still didn't understand dating. I still didn't feel ready to date. I lagged behind, and I feel looking back, I was just developmentally delayed in that area, because my brother at the time, he had a girlfriend that he had dated throughout high school and even a bit into college. And then when I became a young adult, I had several life skills coaches in both the life program and Second Nature social skills that did lessons with me on dating, and taught me the complex social skills in dating and the etiquette behind dating, and that there's a lot more social skills involved there than you think there is. And I went on a first date with another guy in the life program that didn't go over too well, because he did things that weren't the most appropriate. And I went on another date with another guy in the life program, and he was a little more scripted, but he has shared my same special interests in Disney, and I still didn't feel ready because I hadn't found my person yet. But I was still living in Massachusetts, which is where one of the states I grew up in. And Jenny, one of my life skills coaches that worked with me in the life program, reached out to my parents and I, saying that they were looking for a female to go on a date with James, and Jenny thought I would be a good fit, and I said yes to wanting to go on a date with James. And I auditioned for Love on the Spectrum, but the timing wasn't right because I was going to be moving to Florida to be closer to my family. And then Sean and Kian reached back out a year later, and the timing was right. And then I got on to Love on the Spectrum, and there was that. And I'm very thankful that the show gave me Tyler, and now we're happily in love, and we're still dating. And as I think back about it, I had to find love on the spectrum. I had to find love on the spectrum. People who were neurotypical had an easier time dating than people on the spectrum do, because people with autism, they struggle a lot more making a making a connection with a significant other. But yes, it is possible. And Abby and David inspired me to audition for the show, seeing how they found love, and then seeing in the Australian version how Jimmy and Sharnay found love inspired me to want to be on the show. And Love on the Spectrum opened my eyes up to dating. And then Jennifer Cook, she gave me a lot of great advice for going on a date, and she was very helpful with teaching me the complex social skills behind dating, as dating was not in my comfort zone. And of course, having no common interest with someone would put you in the panic zone. But dating was in the learning zone, learning how to compromise, learning how to be open, learning how to be flexible. That is all in the learning zone. And when I've had to do things with Tyler that I didn't care for at first, like going to see a documentary, that would be in the learning zone. Because at first, I didn't like documentaries until I started dating Tyler. And before I dated Tyler, I was into more emotionally immature things. And over the last year, I'm thankful to say that I've gotten into more crime shows and documentaries because of him. And dating has put me in the growth mindset, and I'm thankful that, like, the guy that I crushed on so hard in high school, that he didn't work out because he would not have been a good fit in the end. Also, it was hard for me in high school at prom when people were going up with their dates for the couples dancing and I didn't have anyone. Because a funny story is, I would go up, I remember I would go up, one of my friends and I, we would go up during the couples dance, and then we'd literally, like, start dancing together during the couples dance. And we were being funny. And it was because neither one of us were asked. And, like, all these people were slow dancing, and then we were, like, fast dancing. And this is something I find funny looking back, even though it was not funny then during senior prom. And even, I think the reason, looking back to why I wasn't ready to date in high school and college, was because developmentally and emotionally, I wasn't as mature as my peers were. I didn't have the same emotional maturity they did. But now, I'm ready to be in a relationship, and I'm thankful I'm in one now, and I'm thankful to all my autistic cast members that support me, that are also in a relationship. And I give hope to those who are still looking to find love on the spectrum. And I give hope to those that are auditioning for the show. I give hope to those that are looking to find their significant other. I give hope to those that are preparing to go on their first date. I give hope to those even that are looking to find friends, because all of this is stuff I struggled with at one point, and people on the spectrum, like, and all of us have struggled at this with one point or another. Life is not a Disney movie. This means not all dating is gonna be perfect, and Tyler and I, we have different personalities, but some similar interests. And I may be more of a planner. He may be more spontaneous. He's much more affectionate than I am, and it doesn't mean we don't get along. It means that we can work through these differences. And the fact that I wasn't always into dating, and just know a reality show about dating can open your eyes. No matter if you're on the spectrum, no matter if you're autistic or neurotypical or neurodivergent, just watch Love on the Spectrum, and it'll open your eyes to dating. It'll open your eyes. It'll teach you that finding love on the spectrum is possible. It will teach you that it'll teach you that finding love is possible. To touch upon how life is not a Disney movie, I believed at first that dating would be like a Disney movie, thinking I'd find my guy and we'd fall in love and we'd live happily ever after. But life is not like that. It's like you go through conflict, and you meet someone, you go on a lot of dates, you go through conflict, you have to deal with compromise. And in Disney movies, it's like love at first sight, and then they get married. I'm like, you have a lot more turmoil in life than you do in a Disney movie. It's like Disney movies, it's like perfect, whereas life is not perfect. And like no one's perfect like they are in a Disney movie. Beauty and the Beast is like I thought when I was in the show, like was my person gonna be like the Beast? Is he gonna be like Prince Charming? Is he gonna be like Prince Eric? Is he gonna be like Prince Philip? Is he gonna be like the prince from Snow White? Is he gonna be an Aladdin? I don't know what it'll be like. And then that's when I realized life is not a Disney movie, because I could just get a mix of a few. But my favorite Disney movie is Beauty and the Beast. Disney has helped me a lot with dating, like with how a princess should act versus how a villain should act when they go on dates. It's like a princess has good manners, whereas a villain does not have good manners. A princess is polite, a villain is impolite. A princess keeps their mind open, a villain does not keep their mind open. A princess compromises, a villain does not compromise. Like, I use my special interest in Disney a lot to help me with dating. Some advice for people who were in my shoes. So it's okay if you don't get asked to prom, as going to prom alone is okay. It's okay if you start dating later, as everyone goes on their own pace. I don't mind being a late bloomer at all. There's nothing wrong with being a late bloomer when it comes to dating. There's nothing wrong with it. Most people on the autism spectrum are late bloomers. And stay tuned for the next episode of the Madizen Show. Bye for now. Also, my bracelets that I make are for sale on my website, madizenusa.com, Madizen USA.com. You can find it in the link in my bio. For every bracelet purchased, $1 is donated to Best Buddies. Jewelry making is my passion, and your support means a lot to me. Thank you.